Oh, welcome back to Scholarships Cafe. It's been a while. My name is Dr. Lumi Wagbalachubi, and if you're new on the channel, welcome. Welcome to our community. And if you are a returning subscriber, I just want to say thank you so much for your support in the past. At Scholarships Cafe, we support students to find and apply for scholarships. As you can see here, we have several opportunities for you that you can actually explore, and there are different testimonials. We've supported over 60,000 students in the past. So if you haven't created an account on Scholarships Cafe, just go here, create a position alert, and then you can create an individual account and update your profile and select on the far left corner which of preferences for notification alerts, daily, weekly, or monthly, you really desire, and you get scholarship opportunities delivered to your inbox at no extra cost. At Scholarships Cafe, we offer different consulting services, from short-term mentorship through masterclass to long-term mentorship. For advanced mastery, we can work with you for 6 months. We review documents as well, and we have short webinars you can check on how to assess scholarships with Tutu, how to secure scholarship with an HND, fully funded opportunity strategies in 2024, 2025, and I believe these are all meant for you to consume properly and also secure scholarship. We've supported over 60,000 students in the last 4 years, and we want to be part of your story. So if you are landing on this page for the first time on this YouTube channel, please do not hesitate to click the subscribe button and also like this video. Also make your comments, and if you're a returning subscriber, please share this video with your friend, as well as if you're a new subscriber as well. So today we'll be talking about the Chevening. Oh my God, the one of the most prestigious scholarship in the UK, the Chevening Scholarship. Welcome back. Let's talk about the Chevening Scholarship. The Chevening Scholarship opens on the 6th of August 2024, and basically, like I said earlier, is one of the most prestigious, is one of the prestigious scholarships in the UK that provides you with an opportunity to pursue 1 year's masters in the UK. Basically, they're looking for people who have the passion, ideas, and influence to provide the solutions and leadership need to create a better future, a better community. What are the benefit of the Chevening Scholarship? I used to call it the Chevening Government Scholarship, but I would say the Chevening Scholarship. The benefit include fully funded flight ticket, accommodations, and course fees, which means you don't have to pay tuition. You are given this fully funded scholarship so that you can focus on your professional goals and maximize the experience of a lifetime. So if you're looking for an opportunity to study in the UK for 1 year masters in different fields, I would strongly recommend the Chevening Scholarship for you. They also cover, opportunities for you to explore the UK in real sense of basically the UK culture, network extensively. It supports you to develop professionally and academically. Like I said, the Chevening Scholarship is open. It opened on the 6th of August, and let's check the timeline. Basically, it already opened, and so if you're interested, I would encourage you. You should have prepared your essay in advance, but not too late yet. It opens on the 6th of August, and the deadline is till the 5th November. Application closes on the 5th of November 2024. The mid November to January 2024, there will be assessment assessing all applicants, all eligible applications, and then the shortlisting for interview will take place at the mid-February 2025, and on the 19th February 2025, reference and deadlines should be submitted, and on the 26th February to 25 April 2025, interview will take place, and from June 2025 you should get your results, and the deadline to receive and submit at least one unconditional university offer is 11 July 2025, and you should begin your study in September or October 2025. It's really long, but I believe you have all it takes to apply for this scholarship if you carefully read through the criteria. So it takes a minimum of 8 months from the application deadline to when applicants are conditionally selected for the award. It seems to be like a long time, but again, getting this scholarship is damn prestigious. Let's talk about the eligibility criteria for the Chevening Scholarship, not the Chevening Government Scholarship. So if you desire to apply for this scholarship, it's important to be a citizen of a Chevening eligible country, which is often listed. Most African countries and other countries are eligible. You're committed to return to your own country for at least 2 years. After your scholarship ends, you have at least 2 years of work experience. So, in your career plan, which we will talk about very soon, you have to state the career plan in terms of how you plan to your post graduation plan in your own country for at least 2 years. You must have at least 2 years of work experience, 2,800 hours. It could be a combination of internships and also like professional work experience. You must hold an undergraduate degree that qualifies you for a UK master's program, and you must apply to three different and eligible UK university courses. You must have received an unconditional offer from at least one of these course choices by the references and educational document deadline listed on the application timeline. That is for the eligibility criteria. You're not eligible if you hold British or dual British citizenship. If you hold a refugee status in a country that is not eligible for Chevening, you are an employee, a former employee, or relative of an employee of the UK government. You've previously studied in the UK on a UK government funded scholarship. Please note that having a master's degree does not prevent you from applying for a second master's degree. So, if you have a master's degree already, you can as well apply for another master's degree in the UK. When it comes to the work experience requirement in this part of eligibility, you can include full time, part time, voluntary work, paid and unpaid internship to accumulate to the 2,800 hours. Experience gained during mandatory employment for your degree does not count. So there are also articles like further details and what do you do about your current employment. You do not need to resign from your current job to apply. It's advisable to discuss with your application with your employer and refer them to the employer page on the Chevening website. You might ask me a question: how do you calculate your work experience? You will be required to input the number of weeks and hours that you've worked for every job that you list in your employment history on your application form. You can add up to 15 entries of past work experience. So if you really want to be eligible for this scholarship, you must have built maybe, let's say, 2 years of work experience in the past, which will be robust for you to qualify for the Chevening scholarship. That is that for the eligibility criteria. Please ensure that you go through this eligibility criteria again to ensure that you are a citizen of a Chevening eligible country. You're committed to returning to your home country. You have at least 2 years of work experience. You hold an undergraduate degree that qualifies you for UK masters. It could be HND, it could be 2-1, it could be first class, it could be 2-2. I've seen people that won this scholarship with the HND with lower credit. You should be able to apply to three different eligible UK university courses. So ensure that you tick the boxes for this eligibility criteria. How to apply, which is quite interesting. On this page, you will see the how to apply page, which number one step is complete the online registration form, pass the eligibility checker, make a note of your access code, Complete each section of the application form and then submit your application. There are FAQ here which you can go through. If you lost your access code, how can you recover it? Can you submit a paper copy of the Chevening? No, application is e-copy, must be submitted through the Chevening online application. My course is missing from online system. What should I do? Check all the courses and ensure you are eligible. Can I save my application and return later? You can save it, especially during the application procedure. Can I use AI? Using AI to generate answers is strictly prohibited. So do not generate your answers with AI because it's strictly prohibited. It is fraudulent. Okay, how do you even know if you are eligible for Chevening? You can take the course, the eligibility quiz. Are you a citizen of a Chevening eligible country? Yes. Do you have a recognized undergraduate degree that will enable you to be accepted into a postgraduate program at the UK? Yes. Do you have at least 2 years of work experience? Yes. If you do, have you previously studied in the UK with funding from the UK government? No. Have you or any of your immediate relative been employed by the UK government, the British Council, or the Association of Commonwealth University? No. Have you chosen 3 UK courses that you like to complete in the UK? Yes. Do you aspire or are you already a leader, decision maker, opinion former in your own country? Yes. Have you got plenty of examples to show how you've demonstrated your networking and professional relationship building skills in your life and life to date? Yes, in your career and life to date. Have you thought about your short-term, medium, and long-term goal for your future? And our Chevening Scholarship will help you create a positive change in your country. Yes. Do you have a sufficient language skill to write a successful application in English, conducting a Chevening interview in English, and study for a master's degree? Yes. And then you can submit your answers appropriately, which afterwards you can now apply for the scholarship here. On each page you have the apply button, so you could type your country. Let's say for Nigeria, I'm from Nigeria and I'm going to select the scholarship, and it should give me some of the scholarship. Yeah, we have the Chevening Nigeria. You can just click on apply for the Chevening. Click the country name again, type your country name again, and afterwards click the Chevening 2025-2026, which is currently on, and then input your email address as well as your mobile number, recovery email, and you should get the prompt to continue with your application. It's important to understand how to choose a university course in the UK. There are quite a lot of universities which are very solid universities in the UK. You can use research tools using the UK's postgraduate website. Backup options, course requirement should be full-time, starting the autumn, like usually September of 2025. Taught master's courses, not research focused. Remember, taught masters, not research. Leading to a master's degree qualification is based in the UK. You cannot apply for a part-time or distant learning. Less than 9 months is now qualified. More than 12 months is now qualified. Taught with more than 1 month of study outside the UK is now qualified. Here you can find eligible courses for you if you're looking for the courses. So you can select the university, and also maybe all the regions. You can select typical university. Let's say we select, let's say Oxford in the UK. And you can see the courses that are eligible for the Commonwealth government, the Chevening Scholarship. You see the courses that are eligible for the Chevening Scholarship, just like that. So go on the Choose My Course page, find eligible courses, ensure that you meet all the criteria, and you should be able to find your courses. When it comes to the references, which is also a very crucial part of the application, you need to submit 2 references to demonstrate your suitability for a Chevening Scholarship and Master's degree in the UK. As part of your Chevening application, you will only be required to submit the names of this reference and contact details. You will upload the references if you are invited for the Chevening interview. So for the first stage of the application, ensure you submit the name and contact details of your referees. Ensure these are people that can attest to the fact that you're qualified to apply for Chevening. You have the leadership skill, you have the volunteering skill, you've had an impactful skill in the past, you've contributed to the growth of an environment or a community, or you've impacted on the girl child or you've supported group of people to achieve, their goals, and just ensure that these references are people, or the names of these references will kind of correlate with people that can close their eyes and give you a solid references even when you're applying for Chevening and other scholarship. How can my many reference should I choose? You must provide a name of two. The two can be professional, two academic references, or one each, which is quite amazing. How do I submit the references? You upload your reference as two separate files to the online system. You have it in the portal. What if I miss the reference deadline? You must upload the reference letter to the application system by the reference letter deadline. If you fail to upload any required documents, you can bring them to your interview if invited, but you don't have to wait. For instruction, the references should be written in English, and it must be addressed to the British Embassy High Commission in the applicant's country. Don't use to whom it may be concerned. Include the contact details, the length of the time the person actually know you, the capacity in which they know you, and when last had regular contact. It must provide a brief endorsement of yourself covering leadership, networking skills, personal and interpersonal qualities, and ability to complete a demanding academic program in the UK. I mentioned this earlier. Your references must attest to your ability to complete your program. Your references must attest to your leadership and networking skills, and your references must attest to your interpersonal qualities, innovative, someone that is creative, someone that it's part of a team, can work as part of a team, and can lead to the success of others. So ensure that you have two names of your references, that you're pretty sure these are people that can really stand in gap for you. So we haven't talked about why study in the UK. If you really want to study in the UK is an amazing country and has one of the best educational system in the world. Arts and entertainment, cuisine, English language skills, diversity. They have friendly people, great outdoors, history and heritage, literature, 1 year degree. It's quite common in the UK, and also sporting nation. So there is a question about the essay, like why study in the UK. You can actually read through the speech to have an idea of what to include in that part of the essay. So let's talk about the essay, which is, if not the most important part of your application, I would say the most important part. The essay is divided into four: leadership and influence, networking, and relationship building, studying in the UK, and also your career plan. So let's talk about what is expected of you to actually address in each of this essay, which shouldn't be less than 500 cans and shouldn't be more than 500 cans. Number one, for leadership and influence, the scholarship is looking for individuals who will be a future leader or influencers in their home country. And to really address this part in the application, you need to use recent examples, demonstrate your influence, as well as connect the dots. I'll give you a dummy sample very soon. For networking and relationship building, Chevening values individuals with excellent professional relationship building skills who will engage with the Chevening community and lead in their fields. To stand out, you need to be specific, you need to show your achievements, you need to engage with Chevening. It's not just about I have networking and relationship building abilities. You need to show where that has happened. Also, the part of studying the UK, you need to make connections, connect all of the three chosen courses that you've selected relates to your background and aspiration. Be original, focus on your course content. Career plan. Chevening looks for applicants who have a clear and achievable post-study career plan. To score well on this part, you need to set clear goals. You need to leverage the Chevening experience. Discuss how you're choosing course, the Chevening experience, and the Chevening network will help you reach your goal. So let's talk about leadership and influence, and I kind of draft a dummy sample. For me, as the founder of Scholarships Cafe, and I'm interested in educational policy, I would say, as the founder of Scholarships Cafe, I've demonstrated significant leadership and influence In the education sector, like you all know, there's evidence everywhere. My journey began with a simple yet profound vision to bridge the gap between talented students and myriads of scholarship opportunities available worldwide, which is quite untapped. The vision was born out of my own experience of maybe getting scholarship to study in South Korea, and I left Nigeria with $100. And in establishing Scholarships Cafe, I've actually enhanced my leadership skill to build a platform that now supports over 1 million students across 195 countries. And this achievement was not merely a result of administrative oversight, but rather a testament to my ability to inspire, mobilize, and lead a diverse team towards a common goal. One example of my leadership, now I'm making an example, was during the COVID-19 pandemic when I launched a series of virtual workshops to assist students in adapting their application to the changing educational landscape. This initiative not only maintained our engagement with students, but significantly increased our user base. My influence extends beyond operational leadership. I've also played a pivotal role in shaping the strategic direction of Scholarships Cafe. By leveraging my network of over 1 million users, I've formed partnerships with educational institutions, NGOs, and government bodies to amplify our reach and impact. And one particular partnership with a leading university resulted in a collaborative scholarship program that has since supported over 500 students in gaining access to higher education. See the way I quantified my achievement. Through these experiences, I've honed my ability to expect change and maintain influence. I've consistently demonstrated that leadership is not about holding a position. That is my perspective about leadership, but about making a tangible impact. The outcome of my effort, evidence in the success stories of thousands of students, are a testament to my leadership capabilities. Studying educational policy in the UK, I've been able to, kind of connect with my goal of studying a course in the UK will allow me to deepen my understanding of the systemic issues that hinder access to education and equip me with the tools to influence policy change. I've been in the space of writing institutions to waive the high LTS. This comes in. My goal is to leverage this knowledge to advocate for inclusive policies that support marginalized groups in accessing educational opportunities. By connecting my leadership experiences with my academic pursuit, I'm committed to driving meaningful change in the education sector, both locally and globally. You can see my leadership and influence crystal clear talking about my role at Scholarships Cafe, how I've supported initiatives that increase the chance of students to access scholarships, and how I want to use the program in education policy in the UK to really deepen my understanding of systemic issues, barriers that prevented underrepresented or marginalized group in accessing educational opportunities. Now, let's talk about networking and relationship building. My role as the founder of Scholarships Cafe House afforded me numerous opportunities to develop and demonstrate exceptional networking and relationship building skills, building a platform that support over 1 million students. I'm quantifying again. And job seekers require not only a robust technical infrastructure, but also a strong network of collaborators, mentors, and supporters. And one of the key strategies I employed in establishing Scholarships Cafe was forming partnership with educational institutions and organizations that shared our visions of democratizing access to scholarship opportunities. For instance, collaborating with Futurepreneur allows us to tap the network of young entrepreneurs and expand our outreach efforts. This partnership was instrumental in organizing workshops and seminars that provided students with critical insight into scholarship opportunity and career development, and also to attend functions that kind of foster collaboration between different countries. My networking skills are not limited to organization partnership notes. They also extend to engaging with individuals. Over the years, I've built a vast network of professionals, academics, and industry leaders who contribute to our platform as mentors and advisors. This relationship were cultivated through active participation in conferences, seminars, webinars, and professional affiliation. I later mentioned my involvement with the Equity and Inclusion Committee of the Genetic Society of America and the Society of Applied Microbiology in the UK, which enabled me to connect with the experts who have since become valuable contributors to our platform. Then I talk about the impact of this networking effort is evident in the success we've achieved. Our collaborative initiative have resulted in over 1 billion in scholarship awarded to students, reflecting the strength and effectiveness of our network. And later I mentioned engaging with this community will not only enrich my own professional development and connecting with Chevening scholars and alumni, but also enable me to bring back best practices and innovative solutions to Scholarship Cafe, thereby amplifying our efforts. So you need to quantify why, how, resulted into which of those outcomes. So those are needed for your essay. The third part of the essay is studying the UK. Why do you decide to study in the UK? It's all about talking about UK being a home to world leading institution. My desire to study education policy in the UK perfectly aligns with my professional experience and future aspirations because I want to become a leader, like a political leader maybe. As the founder of Scholarships Cafe, I have firsthand experience with the challenges and barriers that students face in accessing education opportunity, and my work has given me a deep understanding of the need for systemic changes in educational policies to create more inclusive and equitable education. Then I mentioned about the first course I want to do, the second course, and the third course. And I also mentioned studying the UK will not only enhance my academic and professional skills, but also provide me with a platform to build a global network of like-minded professionals. Emphasis on the diverse and multicultural environment of UK universities will expose me to different perspective and approach to education policy, enriching my understanding and broaden my horizon in the field. So it's important to connect this with your long-term goal as well, like I mentioned here, of driving educational reforms that create more inclusive and equitable access to education. The last part of the essay is my career plan, mentioning the fact that my career plan is centered around leveraging my experiences and education to drive systemic changes. If you notice something in all I've been saying, it's more like systemic changes, removing barriers that connect with policy making and implementation. Emphasis on after completing my studies in the UK, I intend to return to my own country and continue my work at Scholarships Cafe with a renewed focus on policy advocacy and reform. And one of my primary goals is to work closely with governmental agencies, educational institutions, and non-governmental organizations to develop and implement policies that address the barrier to education for marginalized groups. In Nigeria, there are still people that cannot even go to school. In Africa, there are over 400 million students that are, 400 million students that are out of school. So how do we solve that? So these are part of the things that I'm going to ensure happens. To achieve this, I plan to establish a dedicated policy research and advocacy unit within my organization that will focus on research on key areas affecting education access and equity, developing policy recommendation, and engaging with stakeholders. Additionally, I plan to engage in public speaking and writing to create awareness about the importance of education policy um, reform. Another aspect of my career plan is to build and strengthen partnership with international organization and institution. Most importantly, the Chevening experience will play a crucial role in helping me achieve these goals. And in conclusion, my career plan is built on foundation of leadership, advocacy, and collaboration. By leveraging my experience at Scholarships Cafe and the education I will receive in the UK, I'm committed to driving policy changes that enhances educational access and equity with clear goals and a strategic approach. I'm confident that I can make a significant impact on the educational sector and contribute to a brighter future for all students. So it's important that you use examples It's important that you connect the dots. It's important that you focus on your course content. And it's important to set clear goals, outline realistic plans for your career after completing your studies in the UK. And that is why when you're writing this essay that had to detail your leadership and influence, networking and relationship building, studying the UK and career plan, you have to be intentional about it. The deadline to submit is November. You could still do a lot of work right now. Write those essay in pieces. Reach out to your mentors or reach out to Scholarships Cafe for review process as well. So for this essay, you have to be intentional. You need to connect the dots and you need to show through your writing the passion that you have that you've made in the past to achieve some leadership influence, your career plan in the UK, the networking you've had in the plan in the past, as well as taught why study in the UK, which is important for your essay. I've read a few of this essay and I hope this will serve as an example to drive your own narrative, especially when you're writing an essay, and ensure that it's not less than 500 words and it's not more than 500 words. So, preparing for your Chevening interview, hopefully you're selected, which is my prayers for you that you're watching this video. How do you go about it? Once you're shortlisted, you will receive an email with instructions on how to book your interview. Remember, slots are first come, first served, so book yours as soon as possible. Note that once you select a slot, it cannot be changed. Interview location are usually conducted in your own country, so do not worry. You will be able to see where the location is. What are the documents to submit for your interview? Educational document is important. Copies of your original certificate, two reference letter, a short biography that tells more about you. Documents to bring to the interview. You will bring your passport or national ID for identification. Additional documents might also be requested depending on your country or territory. What to expect during the interview. Your interview will be competency based panel assessment conducted in English. There will be panel from the British Council and will evaluate your answer based on the global Chevening criteria. You will discuss the information you provided in your application, including your personal and professional aspirations that provided in your essay and how Chevening can help you achieve your goal. They will ask about your course choices and the status of your UK university application. So it's important to remember what you actually wrote in your essay, what to expect during your Chevening interview. Your interview will be a competency-based panel assessment conducted in English. The panel will include representatives from the British Embassy or High Commission who will evaluate your answers based on global Chevening criteria. You will discuss the information you provided in your application, including your personal and professional aspirations. So remember all your answers or your essays or what you've provided during your essay because they will evaluate you on this. Let's talk about the common, errors that could actually occur during the application. The eligibility criteria is quite important, so you should be able to meet the eligibility criteria. If you don't meet it, there's no reason why you need to apply for the scholarship. If you have a dual citizenship in the UK, you're not eligible. If you have less than 2 years of work experience, you're not eligible. Your work experience is calculated automatically by multiplying weeks worked by hours per week. Program of study: if you enter duplicate courses at the same university, you cannot be considered for the scholarship. If your word count, we've mentioned about the word count earlier, if your word count is less than 500, they may feel that you've not provided enough details for your application, and you must not exceed the limit as well. Repetition is not allowed. Plagiarism and AI, do not use AI for your essay, is quite prohibited. Applicant must complete the application form in English. If the form is not completed in English, you are deemed ineligible. I really want to wish you all the best as you're applying for the Chevening Scholarship. Please ensure that you check the eligibility criteria, the timeline, also the benefit of the scholarship to inspire you, and also write your essay properly, especially when it comes to leadership and networking, when it comes to your career plan, when it comes to your why you want to study in the UK, as well as leadership and influence and networking, how you intend to influence your community when you return back to your own country. If you need additional support or review of documents, Scholarships Cafe is right here for you. And we have our next scholarship masterclass coming up in September. Check the description section of this video for the link to sign up. Once again, please share this video with your friends. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please ensure you subscribe to this channel. Check all the videos that we have on this page, including how to write an academic CV, 8 common mistakes in CV, how to write an SOP, the difference between personal statement and personal essay or statement of purpose. And I wish you all the best in your journey into applying for the Chevening Scholarship. Have an amazing time out there. Bye for now.